Hello everyone and welcome to LPTV and Cooking with Sassy. Today I'll be showing you how I make my Enchiladas Suizas and rice for my whole family. Okay, so for starters, we're gonna need 4 chicken breasts to boil for an hour and 20 minutes. And we're also gonna need 15 green tomatoes or tomatillos. We're also gonna use the Herde salsa verde, which is the 24 ounce. And we get all of our ingredients from H-E-B. I get also the costeña salsa verde, which is 16.7 ounce. And we could use 3 bottles. You can use 2 of the Herdes or 3 of the costeña. We're also gonna need a big bag of mozzarella cheese, a 2-pound bag, because we use a lot of cheese with this. Also corn tortillas. The recipe that I use makes anywhere from 35 to 50 enchiladas. And that's all the ingredients that we're gonna need for our Enchiladas Suizas. Now, for our rice, we're gonna use our rice, our nor of tomato flavor, also our nor of chicken flavor. We're gonna use some chopped cilantro and some chopped onion. We're also gonna go in with some ground cumin, some garlic powder, and also some tomato sauce. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to preheat your oil. Make sure it's nice and warm so it could be ready for when you add your rice. Okay. So while you're letting your chicken boil and everything, we start adding our rice to our oil. Now the amount of rice and oil that you want to put is depending on how much you're going to make. The rice and oil just needs to be mixed well, and just make sure that every grain of rice has some oil in it so it won't get all burnt out. And then after you add your rice, just mix it around. Make sure all the oil is spread out evenly through the rice. Every grain is covered in oil. And just mix it around. And since I'm making this for a big family, we're gonna add some more oil. And we're also gonna need more rice. There we go. And now again, we just mix it all around, mix it around. It doesn't really matter if you mix it too much. For right now, at the moment, you're able to mix it as much as you can. And then we're gonna wait for it to get some color in it. We need the oil to get hotter. So as you can see, our rice is already a little brownish color. You don't want to leave it too brown, so we go in with the ground cumin so you could get a lot of flavor. I like to put my seasonings before our onions so it could get nice and grilled, and our cilantro, and then mix everything up. Just mix, mix, mix. Make sure everything is mixed well so our rice can come out nice and evenly. We go in with our tomato sauce. You just need a little can. You don't need a lot of tomato sauce. Everything is just for flavor and color. And then what we're gonna put our water. Water is also depending on how you want your rice. If you want it more soupy, a little bit more dry. If you want it more dry, you put less water. If you want it more soupy, you can add a little bit more. So then now we're gonna add our other seasonings, which is our nor of chicken. We're gonna add 2 big spoons. And then now we're gonna add our nor tomato flavor. In the video I only showed 1, but I was realizing it was missing seasoning, so I added 2 of tomato. And we also put just a little bit of our garlic powder and mix everything around. Now, right here, you're just gonna wanna mix it around just how I'm doing it, gently. Just mix it once, make sure everything around is mixed well together. And that's it. You don't want to mix it anymore because our rice can come out real smooshy. And after it's already been on medium-high heat, after it's already boiling, you want to turn it into low-medium. And our green tomatoes are now here boiling. Now you don't have to fill them up all the way to be submerged in water. You could put them halfway. You just need to make sure that they just change color into a yellow greenish. Over here we have our 4 chicken breasts that have been drained. And some people like to shred it with their hand, but I have a hack. We get our mixer and we use our mixer to shred all our chicken. And that's why you want to leave your chicken boiling for an hour and 20 minutes to make sure it's nice and soft and all the shredding can be quickly done. And we just shred all the chicken. And not even a minute, all the chicken is shredded, and you just want to go in there and make sure all the chicken is shredded, make sure there's no big chunks, and just mix everything with the mixer, get every little piece done. And then we go back with our green tomatoes. They're done boiling for about 7 minutes, and we put them in our blender. I put my cilantro in the bottom, but it doesn't really matter if you put first the tomatillos and then you put the cilantro later. It's all gonna get mixed in the blender anyways. Our salsa verde is already in a big bowl. The 3 containers of salsa verde, I already opened them and just pour it all in there. And now it's time to make the other part of the salsa. Now if you want to the salsa, you could add a little bit of salt, but I always figured it's fine like that. I never add extra salt, but you know how some people like to add extra salt. You may do so if you please. Now that all of our green tomatoes are in there, it's time to blend. And make sure everything gets well blended, so it's nice and well done. And just blend, blend, blend. And now we pour them together, both of the parts of the salsa, and just mix them in. And now just mix them all together to combine the flavors. And just mix, mix, mix. And that's all you have to do for the salsa. Now for the corn tortillas, you want to put it on a pan with low-medium heat of oil. And you just have to get the tortilla wet for just about 5 seconds. Make sure not to get the oil too high. You don't want the tortilla to get crispy. And we just put it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds on one side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds on the other, and we're done. Now don't forget to put some salsa on your tray. I forgot to do that. And now for enchiladas, I put my chicken on the edge. I fill it up with a lot of chicken because I like my enchiladas to be filled. And then I just roll them up. And then we place them on the tray. And we're done. And just keep it going. Now, after that, we have all our enchiladas lined up. And then we start putting some salsa on top of it, gently first, because you don't want them to be moving around. And then after that, when you're done, just put all the salsa in. Pour it all over the enchiladas and make sure it's all spread out evenly. With a spoon, you can move it around, make sure all the edges are filled in between the enchiladas, and just give it a little shift. And now we go and we open our big bag of cheese, and we just start putting cheese all over the enchiladas everywhere. Make sure every corner of the salsa is covered with cheese. Also, you could put as much cheese or as little cheese as you like. It's all to everybody's liking. My family likes with a lot of cheese, so I make sure all the salsa is covered with cheese to have a good amount of cheese on top of the enchiladas. And just keep covering it up, make sure everything is covered. So now what you want to do is preheat your oven at 350 degrees. Our rice is done. And put our enchiladas in for about 20 to 25 minutes. Just to get the cheese melted all on top. Get it like a little bit of brown, like this. I'll melt it with a little bit of brown. And then we're ready to serve. These are Enchiladas Suizas and rice. I hope you all enjoyed my recipe. And thank you for joining us in Laredo Pride TV. This was Cooking with Sassy. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me or inbox me. Bye!